January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month. It comes after a case involving the issue made headlines here in West Michigan. Here to give us some tips on how to be on the lookout for human trafficking is Nikidra Battle-DeBarge with Wedgwood Christian Services. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What are some of the realities of this issue of human trafficking? Tell us about that.
Well, human trafficking is a issue anywhere there are vulnerable people. We don't want to hear about that in West Michigan, right? So, however, it is something that is happening in West Michigan where people are using force, fraud, or coercion to get people to do a sex act or an act of labor.
Okay, talk about some of the red flags that we can be looking out for so that we can help identify any potential victims.
Yeah, so some of the red flags are meeting someone who, or being in a relationship with someone who is older and controlling. It may be asking you to do things that you wouldn't normally want to do. There may be some bruising, some scars, marks on a person that has been taken advantage of. A person may be looking disheveled. They may have times where they are always on the go, traveling a lot, having new things such as jewelry, new bags, new purses, and just a different behavior than what you're used to seeing and hearing from that person.
And if we notice these things, if we suspect that somebody is a victim, how can we start that conversation to ask them that can maybe lead to a solution?
I think one of the biggest things is it's harder to notice certain things when you don't have a relationship with someone or you don't know them. And so if you are, if have the opportunity to gain a relationship with them, they're going to feel more comfortable with talking to you. So what I would encourage is that you first of all, ask if they are okay. A lot of times we miss it just from that small question of, are you okay? And at some point, someone may say, no, I'm not okay. Or you may be able to tell their appearance if they're not okay. Ask them, listen to them when they're trying to communicate to you things that may be going wrong. Pay attention to their conversation, pay attention to their body language, and also sometimes they may be dressed a certain way and it may not be appropriate for the weather or for whatever the situation is. Pay attention to some of those nuances, but like I said, a lot of times you may not notice it if you don't know that person or have a history with that person.
Right, and a lot of times things are going on online. We had that case here in West Michigan in Grant where the potential victim actually came forward. That must have been so difficult to do.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm so thankful that awareness and, education is happening in the school system so that people are able to recognize and identify when something is not right. Prior to this, I don't think that there was a way for students to say, hey, this is going on, or to know that it was okay and it was safe to talk to a security guard or an SRO about the fact that something is going on. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, so fortunate that they were able to do that. Where can people go for help?
You can always call them or go to ManassehProject.org. You can always call Wedgwood. There will be someone to reference support. You can also, Safe Haven is another organization that's working with individuals who experience trafficking. Sacred Beginnings is another organization who has a drop-in center where you can get connected to resources as well as potential housing if you are someone who is experiencing exploitation.
Okay, good. Great information and important information to talk about it. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.